Funding provided by
the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services encourages Iowans to talk to their doctor or healthcare provider about vaccines. Learn more at hhs.iowa.gov or ask your healthcare provider.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fairway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fairway.com.
Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks strive to serve their communities, provide jobs, and help local businesses. Iowa banks are proud to back the life you build. Learn more at iowabankers.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
Here we go. It's the culmination of 2 days of championships action and nearly a week of girls state basketball championship games. 4 classes have been decided. Now comes the final matchup in Class 1A. It is game number 35 of the girls state tournament. Hello, everybody. I'm Paul Yeager. Thanks for joining us in prime time on statewide Iowa PBS. We're live in all 99 counties. We'll show you highlights, interviews, and more coming up at halftime. I'll see you back here then, but first, let's go downstairs. BJ Shaban, Lauren Leonard, one more game. Take it away, friends.
It is time for the Class 1A State Championship here from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines as the 3 seed. Newell-Fonda takes on the top seed, the Council Bluffs St. Albert Saints. Hi again, everyone. Laura Leonard, this is BJ Shaban. And Laura, about this matchup, it's about who can get the press on tonight.
Well, it is. It's going to be a grind tonight because both of these teams very defensive-minded, and it's maybe who can get the ball over half court first and who can get to 40 first. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a defensive battle.
Well, as we take a look at each team's tournament resumes coming into this one, first off for the Mustangs, you know all about Newell-Fonda. They've been here many times. Their 20th trip to state, their 7th straight. By the way, they've been in the state title game 7 out of the last 8 years. Look at that, averaging nearly 70 a game. And look at Kinsey Hinders. The Briar Cliff recruit can really put up some big numbers.
Yeah, they are fun to watch. They've shrunk down their press. They've gone to a half-court type of pressure defense.
And as we take a look at Council Bluffs St. Albert, well, they are the darlings of the tournament. This is their first ever state championship game that they could try to win a state title. They played here back in 2000, losing to North Cedar. And you see they've got junior Ava Underwood. She is dynamic, and they've got also a sophomore, Maura Ryan, who can really put a lot of pressure on opponents.
Yeah, and this is a team that they will come at you in waves, and you'll probably hear that from us a lot here this evening because that is their team motto, is find the wave. They will ride the wave of substitutions. They will ride the wave of momentum. This is a team that will play very aggressive defense, but they can turn that defense into offense and get to the hoop.
Well, as Paul had mentioned, this is the final state championship game. We've already had 4 champs crowned already. Who's going to win it in 1A? Well, that's what we're about ready to find out. Let's turn it over to the public address announcer and Tim Fitzpatrick.
Yes, let's hear it for the Newell-Fonda Mustangs. Fans, give it up for the St. Albert Saints. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in today's 1A championship matchup. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Newell-Fonda Mustangs. Number 13, Ellie Sievers. Number 15, Camera Pureman. Number 23, Danica Meyer. Number 31, Bailey Mandernack. Number 33, Riley Hograve. Number 35, Vienna Wingert. Number 43, Abby Liu. Number 45, Ava Vi. Number 51, Michaela Hansen. And number 53, Ella Roberts. Your assistant coaches, Courtney Darrow and Julie Sievers. And now, let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the St. Albert Saints. Number 4, Eleanor Coughlin. Number 10, Kirsten Piskorski. Number 12, Alexa Lenz. Number 14, Lexi Pierce. Number 30, Eva Jones. Number 32, Jocelyn Boswell. And number 44, Lexi Darrington. Your assistant coaches, T. Gary White, J.C. Stratton Bowman, and Dwayne Dale. And now, here are your starters for the 1A championship game. For Newell-Fonda at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 11, J.C. Vanderoff. For St. Albert's at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 2, Ellie Monahan. For the Mustangs at guard, a 5'6" junior, number 21, Marini Brabeck. For the Saints at guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 20, Maura Ryan. For Newell-Fonda at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 25, Anna Mercer. For St. Albert at forward, a 5'11" junior, number 22, Molly Wise. For the Mustangs at forward, a 6'1" senior, number 41, Kinsey Hinders. For the Saints at guard, a 5'8" senior, number 34, Peyton Johnson. And for Newell-Fonda at forward, a 6' junior, number 55, Josie Walsh. For St. Albert at forward, a 6' junior, number 40, Ava Underwood. Head coach for the Mustangs is Dick Jungers. For the Saints, Dick Weddingale. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you our officials for today's 1A championship, as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Your referee, Brad Van Ruckel. Your umpire, Troy Wolber. Your umpire, Bill Mock. And your bench official, T.J. Augustine.
So now let's play some championship basketball. It's the 1A state title game. top-seeded Council Bluffs St. Albert's taking on the 3-seed Newell-Fonda. What are the keys to the game for the Mustangs?
You got to take care of the basketball. You cannot turn it over against a team like Council Bluffs St. Albert. You've got to just have your hands, take a good grip on that, and then turn your defense into offense. Get out in the passing lanes, get the steals, go the other way, and score a couple of points. And then for St. Albert, what they need to do is find a way to score, find a variety of ways to score, inside, outside basketball, and then they just need to ride the wave. And the coaching staff over there, they're sporting those wave shirts. They look pretty good over there.
Brad Van Rokel will put the ball in the air. It's Underwood and Hinders in the center circle, and this one is underway as the Mustangs control the ball first. Again, it's Hinders, Walsh, Mercer, Brabeck, and Vanderhoff. For the Saints, Underwood, Ryan, Wise, Monahan, and Johnson. A 3 in and out for the Mustangs as they try to go from downtown with Walsh. And right away, Newell-Fonda, Laura, applying some pressure. It's not going to be easy. And enforced but unforced turnover right there.
Just a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. That caused that turnover. They, in the past, have liked to get out and press full court. They have backed that down a little bit this year. They're going about three-quarter into the half court.
The two met earlier this season on January the 4th, 63-56. St. Albert's wins at Newell-Fonda. Here's a 3-ball off the mark, and that will belong to the Saints.
And now they're extending this pressure all the way out.
Third overall meeting between the two. There might be some nerves for Council Bluffs St. Albert's. Newell-Fonda has been a runner-up, though, back-to-back seasons coming into this year. In the lane, the first shot by the Saints is good by Moore. Ryan.
She's a little spark plug for them. She can find ways to get in amongst the taller players, knows how to drive, and knows where she is on the floor at all times.
Each team will use their bench. Hinders tries to go down low, off of the fingertips of Walsh. Mustangs will turn it over.
St. Albert making it very tough in the middle right now. You can see that early on, Newell-Fonda has gotten a couple of shots from the perimeter, but every time they try to go inside, it's being clogged up, and they are looking for those shooters out around the arc.
Shot off the mark. Hinders will rebound it.
You can just see how good Ryan is ball handling, and she is able to get around the defenders and weave her way in. She's got a great touch when she gets to the rim.
This one's tied up. Possession arrow will give it to St. Albert's. Well, if you're joining our coverage via YouTube, tell us where you're watching from in the comments section. And thank you to all of our viewers who are tuning in.
You just had somebody tweet you and tell you where they were watching from.
Yeah, from Florida, Southwest Florida. Making it rainy.
This tournament is a big draw across the country. A lot of people tuning in.
And we wish you well, wherever you may be. It's the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Basketball Championships here on Iowa PBS. Walsh up top, going to be fouled with the body by Peyton Johnson. That'll be the first foul of the game as Newell-Fonda has some subs coming in. Dip Wenningill in his 14th season overall. Used to be the boys coach, 30th overall, all at St. Albert's. And boy, great conversations with both of these coaches. And very passionate about the game, both are. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Just so fun to talk to both of them and how they have evolved as coaches, both of them, and how they have transformed their philosophies and their ideas. And just each and every season, they do a few things a little different.
Underwood caught up. This one's going to be tied up. Possession arrow will give it to Newell-Fonda. So the Mustangs do have a couple of subs into the game. Let's get you up to date. Ava Bai into the contest along with Ellie Sievers. Also into the game, Riley Hograve. And there's Dick Jungers in his 23rd season overall. Sievers into the front court. Can't get the bucket. Her own rebound put back there. That's a freshman averaging over 14 a game.
I'd say there's no nerves there. She just took that ball, went right down the lane. Didn't get distracted and didn't get down that she missed that first shot. Stayed right with it and got the putback.
Newell-Fonda out in front for a short time as Eleanor Coughlin off the bench, able to get the bucket.
Figure those first couple of minutes as they were going up and down the floor, a few nerves, a little tightness. Now I think they're starting to work things out.
Henders goes strong and gets 2.
Talked about Newell-Fonda. They average 69 points a game. That's #1 in 1A. So if they can get out and they can beat that first line of defense, they can score a bunch of points.
Each team, it'll be like a line change in hockey. Here's Underwood, power move, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Underwood is so tough down low. When she gets to the block area, she claims that spot, and then she turns around and calls for the basketball. They tried to double team her that time. She was going to bully her way up to the rim.
Riley Holgrave picks up the foul, her first. Underwood's free throw is good. Ava comes into the game averaging a double-double, 13 and 10, shooting right at 53% from the line. As St. Albert's goes to their bench, Eleanor Coughlin coming in along with Lexi Darrington. And also checking in for the first time, Alexa Lenz, as Underwood hits both free throws. Those are her first points of the game. And now you get to see St. Albert's pressure. Seaver says, no bother.
When you have a guard like that can handle the ball so well, she can dribble her way right through it.
This one on the ground, going to be tied up. Saints will get it back. And that's what you'll see out of Eleanor Coughlin, #4 for Council Bluffs St. Albert, the 5'5" sophomore. They call her the spark plug because she brings it off the bench.
Well, and she's a big soccer player too, and she's a player that she goes, I really love soccer. It helps me be aggressive, but it also helps me be aggressive on the basketball court. And even Coach Wettengel said, I like the soccer players. We've got a lot of them on our team. It gives you that advantage as you see the block there. The advantage on the footwork, being able to get leverage, being able to get position.
Walsh got the swat, and the Mustangs right back to their bench as Anna Mercer and Kinsey Henders come back in. Off the inbounds, unable to get the shot down by Darrington. And now Henderson backcourt will take one to the face, and a foul will be called by Lexi Darrington.
They're always moving. They've got the hands moving all the time, the feet moving. Just too aggressive trying to swat that one away.
Now Sievers trying to work against the two-time. The high pass hauled in by Henders. They turn it into numbers. Brabeck in the paint to Henders from the wing. That ball out of bounds. It was on the end line. So a fresh 35-second shot clock here for Newell-Fonda's. This one's tied up at 6 apiece.
You figure the game plan for Newell-Fonda is dribble, drive in, kick it out to the perimeter shooters. They've done a good job of that, trying to find somebody open outside.
Walsh, what a pretty move!
But when you can move like that, keep that pivot foot down, duck in underneath the defense, don't need the perimeter shot.
Darrington lets traffic clear and one.
Very patient once she got the ball in her hands. She is able to wait, let the defense go by. Here's a look at that move. Keep the pivot foot down. Defense slides away, and Walsh recognizes it. She has the baseline side open.
Walsh will pick up her first. Darrington, all nylon.
You know, you look over there at that Newell-Fonda bench, and none of them have a warm-up on or a shooting shirt on or anything, because they know they could be in the ball game at any minute. They all have to be ready.
Lexi Pierce into the contest now for the Saints. Brabeck in backcourt gets her pocket picked by Coughlin to the rack.
tough to drive through and dribble through a double team, even if you think you have good handles.
Hinders drives and finishes.
A great drive by Hinders. Kind of stuck out that arm, cleared a little space, got the ball up off the rim.
Pierce, the kick out to Coughlin for three. Got it!
She is the spark plug. She is the energizer of this team. And you can see it there. She's made some big plays the last 3 times down the floor.
Hinders cut off. And a blocking foul going to be called on the Saints. That will be on Alexa Lenz. That's her first.
Kick out, and Coughlin doing a great job of just leaving the spot, relocating behind the three-point line, calling for it, ready to shoot.
Mercer now back in for Hinders. Also, Sievers will come in for Brabeck for Newell-Fonda. This will be the freshman Sievers to inbound it. Here's Walsh underneath. Strong right hand, can't get it to fall. Mercer put back, not there, but will be going to the line to shoot 2.
Anytime the ball goes into the post with Newell-Fonda, those players know how to keep that pivot foot down. They have a variety of moves on the interior and have been able to draw fouls on St. Albert.
Darrington will pick up her second, so she'll have to exit stage left for the moment. Molly Wise will come back in. And here's Mercer at the line, a 48% free throw shooter. It's 1 out of 2.
You know, both of these teams, just when we were pulling our notes together and looking at both of these teams, neither one of them great free throw shooting teams. And this could be close enough down the stretch that free throws may come into play.
1 and done for St. Albert's. Newell-Fonda, they'll hold the possession here as Sievers was trying to create tempo. Now Maura Ryan will come back into the game. She'll check in for Coughlin. Good minutes there for Coach Weddingale out of Eleanor Coughlin. And now a turnover by Newell-Fonda.
Those were productive minutes, and that's what a coach likes to see. When you're put into a ball game, they like to see you go out there and do something and produce something, and that's exactly what Coughlin did.
Here's Ryan working in on Sievers. Little tip up. Good ball movement to the inside as Sievers will come up with a loose ball. Ellie caught up in traffic and will turn it over.
There's a time when you need to recognize you don't have the numbers and pull it back, wait for your teammates to come and help you.
St. Albert's now with 4 turnovers, 3 turnovers by Newell-Fonda. Left open for 3, that's by. This one's going to be tied up. It'll stay with Newell-Fonda. Well, St. Albert leads it by 3 in the track meet.
Hey, if you look, a lot of these players, we've got soccer players, we've got track runners, we've got cross-country runners on both teams, multi-sport athletes, and right now it's a combination of basketball and track.
Hinders is going to pick up the foul as Underwood had the good box. Boy, she was a monster in this state tournament so far. Had a double-double, 12 points, 16 rebounds in the semifinal win against Bishop Garrigan.
And add 5 assists to that total. And 12 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists. Did a great job of kicking it out of the post and seeing the floor as they force a turnover with 10-second count.
Sievers with the pressure as Monahan will turn it over. Now a double screen high for Sievers, back to Hinders. On the drive, Kinsey with 6.
When they can spread the floor and it's not clogged up in the middle and then pull up at the right time. Hinders saw where the defense was and pulled up short.
Now Ryan to work against Brabeck. Wise in traffic. Here's Ryan. The three by Wise.
She can play multiple positions in this offense, and they found her open out on the perimeter, but look how quick Newell-Fonda got it down the floor.
You've got to run back in transition, and Sievers gets her 4th point of the night. Shot clock off as the first quarter is winding down here with 5 to go. Ryan tries to force a shot. That's going to be the end of the quarter. And what a quarter it was. The 1A state championship living up to the hype. St. Albert leads at 17-15. Let's go to Paul Yeager, who's standing by.
All right, BJ and Laura, we just sent down a case of oxygen for you after that first quarter. Let's talk about the semifinal games for both of these teams. It was Newell-Fonda against North Lynn. It was the last game of the semifinal round, and it was Josie Walsh and then Kinsey Hinders there on the putback. And now the three in the corner from Ellie Sievers. And now some great passing. And again, Ellie Sievers for three. Newell-Fonda wins 48-38 after trailing at the half. St. Albert and Algona Bishop Garrigan in your other semifinal. The team in white is St. Albert, who you've been watching tonight. That's Ellie Monahan up to Ava Underwood, and then Underwood in transition after the drive. St. Albert was up 10 at the break, and then in the second half, Underwood this time passing it to Maura Ryan. And then Ryan finishes here. Just kind of does it herself. Carves the defense up, makes them look like Swiss cheese. And St. Albert riding the wave into the finals. And you're right, BJ and Laura, those shirts are fantastic.
They're all about the wave.
I think we need to get one in pink for Paul to wear next year.
I think so. I think that might be on the agenda. You know, the wave kind of fits in for the West Coast, if you will, for Council Bluffs St. Albert's. That's where they're the West Coast of Iowa.
Right.
And Council Bluffs tough, according to Mary Pearson. They are leading it here by 2. And this has been a fantastic show of defense. Yeah, there's some turnovers, 10 combined. But that's how these teams play.
You kind of expected that just because of the nature of their defense. But Molly Wise has come out and knocked down a couple of big shots for St. Albert.
Certainly has. She's got 6 on those 2 threes. Newell-Fonda, Paul had mentioned, beat North Lynn. The game went late into the 4th quarter before the Mustangs were able to corral it. Here's a 3 from the wing, off the mark. Newell-Fonda has yet to knock one of those down. Now in transition, back the other way, Johnson. And a block called on Brabeck. That'll be her first.
Brabeck made a straight line run to try to get those feet set, just didn't get there quick enough.
So Peyton Johnson at the line. That at 54% on the year. Weddingale, you know, mentioning how important this is to the Council Bluffs community. Playing for a state championship, they don't do it that often. Not only their school, but all the schools within Council Bluffs. In fact, the last time St. Albert's was here was back in 2000. They're trying to bring the city's first ever girls state basketball championship back home.
And he wasn't sure if there'd been any girls state championship in any sport. A lot riding on their shoulders to try to bring the trophy home to Council Bluffs.
That ball's going to stay with Newell-Fonda. Contact, but tipped out of bounds by the Saints. Brabeck into the corner, now to Hinders at the top. She'll drive it in. Kinsey to the rack. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Walsh, and she'll be fouled. It'll be a two-shot opportunity as the foul was called on Moore Ryan. That's her first.
You're scouting Walsh. She likes to kind of turn over that right shoulders when she's on the left side of the floor. She likes to turn back over towards the basket. Will duck in one way, spin back the other way, and defensively you have to be there.
Walsh averaging over 8 a game, right at 35% from the line, misses them both. Some good moves by Ryan to get it into the front court. Here's Johnson inside, back to Ryan. Plenty of time on the shot clock, but they'll throw one up from 3. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Johnson, and the putback is there for Payton.
Boy, Johnson just went up, hung on with her fingertips, and able to make that move. She just wanted it more.
Now all 5 starters have scored for the Saints. Here's a 3. Good! Knocked down by Hograve.
Hograve doing a great job. Not a whole lot of spin if you notice when she shoots that ball, a little knuckler, but she knocked it right through.
Shoot or shoot.
That's right, doesn't matter how, as long as it goes through the hoop, right?
Newell-Fonda 0 for their first 6 from 3-point range before that shot. Underwood put it on the deck, and Newell-Fonda will scrape it up. Here's Brabeck. Slows it down for the moment. Now Hinders charging in.
Just slowed for just maybe one heartbeat, if that. And then Hinders just saw the opening, little crossover dribble.
3-point game. Here's a 3. Left long. And the rebound to Hograve. Now Hinders again will charge in. And it's tied up. Possession arrow will hold it with Newell-Fonda. Now the Mustangs will bring 3 in off their bench. Vi back into the game, along with Mercer and Sievers. And also coming back in for St. Albert's, they've got 3. Also, Walsh will come in, so that's 4 players coming in for the Mustangs, if you're keeping track at home. St. Albert's bringing in 3. Coughlin is back out there, along with Darrington with those 2 fouls.
And Lenz was the other one that came in. That's the one I caught. You look over there, and you know you're going to have 4 to 8 players coming in to replace the ones that are on the floor.
And it's a 1-point game after Mercer's basket. Now the drive. Unable to get the shot, but gets her own rebound is Ryan. Back at it again. Gets the friendly roll off the rim. She's got 4.
I don't know how she gets her way and finds her way around the defense. She just keeps the dribble alive and is able to slice through defenders.
Well, Paul said she cut through like Swiss cheese, right?
That's right.
She's finding the hole. Underwood found the ball and turned it over. Mustangs have it. Sievers, no. And a foul here on Newell-Fonda. That'll be their 2nd team foul here of the quarter.
Kinsey Hinders has done so much. She is their emotional leader, their vocal leader. Has so many good moves, and it takes a really good defender to try to slow her down because she has great handles. She knows how to get through defenses. She knows when to pull up and shoot it. She had a good start to this ball game.
Coughlin gives way to Lenz. Now up top, Darrington. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Coughlin. Too strong off the glass. Hinders in backcourt, harassed by Coughlin. Hinders along the baseline, and now a foul on Coughlin. That'll be her first.
She kept bumping, she kept getting hands off, and then hands on, hands off, and finally they called her for being a little too aggressive.
Kirsten Piskorski into the game, the 5'8" senior. Also Brabeck back in for Newell-Fonda. Hinders on the wing. With the right hand, will kick it back out. This is Vi. And the rebound by Mercer, put back no good, but will go to the line to shoot 2.
Mercer's done a good job of crashing the boards for Newell-Fonda. Got herself into position, couldn't get the and one.
Foul. Going to be on Ryan, her second, and she'll have to sit. Next free throw not there, as Ellie Monahan back into the contest here for St. Albert's. Up top, Darrington will give way to Coughlin. Now here's a 3-ball. Piskorski can't get at the ball, and a foul. Going to be called against Lexi Darrington, and that's big. That's her 3rd.
So that takes out one of the players you have set rotations that you like to use, and now she's in a little bit of foul trouble, so that alters what Coach Wettengel can do. He's got a lot of players over there. He's got a lot of depth, but when you kind of get into a routine and a rhythm, knowing who's subbing in for you, that kind of thing, it makes it a little difficult here through the last 3:10 and heading into the 3rd quarter.
So 9 players have hit the floor for St. Albert's as Lexi Pierce comes back into the game, along with Ava Underwood, who got just a little rest. Now a double team in backcourt. Here's Walsh. Brabeck. She'll fire a 3. And Coughlin uses that speed to track down the ball. Now she'll run it ahead, and a foul going to be called on Mercer, who is trying to be the Wolf.
Chasing her down, tracking her down from behind, but she is so quick. Gets to the ball so quickly, and you could see how fast she pushed the ball down, trying to push tempo.
Short rest for Kinsey Hinders. And Riley Holgrave back into the game for the Mustangs. Coughlin at the center circle. Now to the outside, the 3. Monahan shot not there, gets her own rebound back. Into the paint, a charge! Brabeck takes one for the team, as Alexa Lenz will pick up her 2nd.
Kind of felt like St. Albert could have brought that one back out. There's a lot of congestion right there in the middle of the lane, and Brabeck took the brunt of that one as she stood her ground, but could bring it back out. I know you want to play up tempo, you want to play that fast pace, but there are times when you can bring it out, reset, and get things going again.
Peyton Johnson now back in for the Saints with the foul trouble on Lunds. Here's Hinders in the paint. What a shot, and one! She's got 10 and will try to make it 11 as she'll go to the line.
This is pure strength. Gets the momentum behind her, gets up, gets the contact. She knew it as she was going to the ground that one was going through.
Lexi Pierce picks up her 1st. Hinders can't convert. It's been a journey tonight for each team at the foul line, especially for St. Albert's. And a big bucket back here on this end for Underwood, her 1st field goal.
We haven't called her name a whole lot tonight. She has not gotten the ball in her hands a lot to make any kind of...
The timeout taken here by Dick Jungers. Let's hop in that huddle with him.
You're the one-up player. I need you up there so we got people getting back, okay? I don't want the transition buckets for them. So we gotta slow the ball down but get people back, okay? Now, offensively here, okay, let's get it in. Let's go ahead and let's run a side, okay? Let's run a side. Now, we're really getting some good looks inside, so it could be inside-outside here, okay? Here we go. Side, team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think first and foremost, you got to slow the ball coming down. You don't want to allow them those fast break points, so you've got to get some people in the backcourt to slow the ball handler down, allow your teammates to get back and get in defensive position. Don't want to give up those easy points.
3-point lead for St. Albert. From the corner, Hograve. Rebound by Walsh. Denied by Underwood. Coughlin will scrape it up.
Coughlin just seems to be in the right spot at the right time. She is just so quick to the ball.
Speed will do that, right?
Speed and anticipation, knowing where the ball is going to be. And she, with her quickness, able to find the spot more often than not.
This 3 wide of the mark. It'll go back to Newell-Fonda. What an atmosphere we've had here for the Girls State Basketball Championships all week. The finals last night and, of course, today. All coming to this 1A championship game. And it's been back and forth, up and down, as you would expect. Here's Hinders. She can take that 3. Hesitated, now on the block, working against Underwood. Hard spin to her left, can't get it to fall. The 3. Underwood, the rebound, put back not there. Good defense by the freshman Sievers. And now right ahead, Sievers out in front of traffic. Nobody stops her, and Ellie gets her 6th point of the night.
Well, if you're St. Albert, I think what Coach Jungers was telling his team goes for Council Bluffs St. Albert. You got to slow the ball. Somebody's got to find the ball and stop it.
Inside of 30 seconds to play in the half, 17 on the shot clock. As you see it winding down here. Here's Underwood in the paint. Too strong, put back not there. The follow-up is by Peyton Johnson.
Just stayed after it. Now they got to get up and play defense.
Here's Hinders, full steam ahead. Walsh layup good. And that's the end of the first half. It's a 1-point game. Are you not entertained?
I am entertained. This one is everything we thought it was going to be. Back and forth, back and forth. A struggle to get points on the board.
Well, I know he's got some popcorn somewhere, but let's go to Paul Yeager, who's standing by.
You can't have popcorn on a night like tonight, BJ, because you're too busy catching your breath all the time. Great first half there as we have another good game here in this nightcap as St. Albert's up by 1. And joining us here now is head coach for St. Albert, Dick Weddingle. And Coach, first off, I love the attire. What part of the wave are you right now with the team?
Well, we definitely wore the theme tonight, so we're just riding the wave. Anything that comes with it.
All right, so you've had a lot of intensity, a lot of pressure there. Was that part of the game plan to play at this type of tempo?
Well, that's what we did when we played at Newell-Fonda in January. It was an up and down game just like this, and we like that style. It fits us, so we're going to keep playing it.
All right, the pace is good, the balance is good, and so's the outfit. Thanks, Coach.
You bet, thank you.
All right, that's head coach Dick Weddingle of the Council Bluffs St. Albert team, and that is part of the fun. We'll talk to Coach Jungers coming out of the locker room here in a little bit, but let's go back down to the floor now for some special awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jack North Athlete Award is given to the top senior player at the state basketball tournament from the previous year. The award is named in honor of Jack North, a former Des Moines Register sports writer and the IGHSAU's first information director. Presenting the Jack North Award is Aaron Gerlich, Executive Director of the IGHSAU. This year's recipient is Peyton Peterson of Dyke, New Hartford. Peyton averaged a double-double last year at the state tournament and was named the captain of all 4 all-tournament teams and leading the Wolverines to 4 consecutive Class 2A state championships. In addition to her prowess on the basketball court, Peyton was also the top volleyball player in the state, helping the Wolverines to 3 state championships and was captain of 3 all-tournament teams. Peyton is playing college volleyball at Louisville University and played a key role in the Cardinals' Final Four team last year. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Jack North Basketball Award, Peyton Peterson from Dyke, New Hartford. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's Executive Directors Award is presented to an individual or organization that has made a notable contribution toward the enhancement of the Iowa girl. Presenting tonight's award is IGHSAU Executive Director Aaron Gerlich. This year's Executive Directors Award recipient is Tim Fitzpatrick of Carroll. Tim is the voice of IGHSAU state tournaments. He's on the mic at state volleyball, basketball, and softball. He's also a floor supervisor at the girls' state wrestling tournament. Tim has played a vital role in the Kemper Catholic school system for the last 47 years as a teacher, coach, elementary principal, activities director, and in retirement as an assistant to the Kemper Catholic Activities Department and is a beloved bus driver. But wait, there's more. Tim is also active in the Carroll community as secretary of the Carroll Historical Preservation Commission. He's a senior ambassador of the Carroll Chamber of Commerce and is an active member of the St. John Paul II Parish, the Knights of Columbus, and also volunteers his time at New Hope Village and at St. Anthony Hospital. Tim and his wife Ann are the proud parents to daughters Katie and Kelly. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the IGHSAU Executive Directors Award, Tim Fitzpatrick.
Another great game here in the state tournament. What a good way to end. Council Bluffs St. Albert leads by 1 over Newell-Fonda. When we come back, we'll talk to the newest Hall of Famer here on Iowa PBS.
Looking for something new to watch? Iowa PBS Passport has you covered. Check out one of our latest shows on the app, Dogs of Service. Stream anytime, anywhere, on any device. Support public media today during festival and see more local programming with Iowa PBS Passport. Don't forget to binge our thrilling dramas, jaw-dropping documentaries, and other PBS favorites today.
The gentle storytelling and picturesque setting of All Creatures Great and Small on Masterpiece continue to enchant PBS viewers. In a new special, we'll discuss the warm, folksy wisdom found in these timeless tales. We'll hear from the cast and creators of the show, and also local residents, including the daughter and son of the author. Join us for All Creatures Great and Small, the wisdom of the Dales.
Sunday evening at 7 on Iowa PBS.
After a man visiting France dies, his widow, Jean White, makes a decision.
There's a little town called Saint-Victoire. I'm on my way.
And when she discovers a priceless ring is missing,
somebody must have taken it.
She seeks out the truth.
I can prove that somebody killed my husband.
Good morning to you too.
Sorry, morning.
The charming series.
I'm getting a bit lost in translation.
The Madame Blanc Mysteries.
Coming to Iowa PBS March 23rd.
Coming up on the next episode of Iowa Life, explore a community movement that encourages meaningful conversations.
You have to have a body like we have to be truly intelligent.
Learn about a support system helping refugees. And meet an athlete who has participated in several events at the Special Olympics. That and more on the next Iowa Life.
Tuesdays at 6:30 and Sundays at 10:30 a.m. on Iowa PBS.
Iowa PBS celebrates Festival with special programs, concerts, and thank you gifts. Be sure to check out these exciting thank you gifts, such as the Iowa PBS Emergency Weather Radio, the Rick Steves Heart of Italy Travel Combo, and the Iowa PBS Cargo Organizer. Call 800-779-7000 Visit iowapbs.org or scan the QR code and support Iowa PBS today.
Such a meaningful part of Iowa PBS is the coverage of unique Iowa events. And part of that is our high schools and our kids programs, whether it's athletics or otherwise. The state fair coverage, that's such a part of the fabric of Iowa. And I think just the programming that covers things meaningful to our people in our state.
To learn more about becoming a corporate sponsor on Iowa PBS, call or visit us online.
Halftime. Council Bluffs St. Albert up by 1 over Newell-Fonda, and we are back up at the sports desk with someone who started our night, who's the newest inductee into the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Hall of Fame, Ellie Ruffridge. Congratulations.
Thanks, Paul.
You know, when I remember this girl who was playing, she was the cover girl of the program from 2017. I'd heard about you as a freshman. Gene Berger would say, have you heard about this freshman Ellie Ruffridge up at Pocahontas? And did Ellie think that someday she'd play here at the state tournament?
Definitely. I dreamed about it. My dad, that was our thing every year, is I'd take a day off of school. Me and my dad would come down and I would take all this in and just dream about it. And it all started back in 2005 when Pocahontas punched their ticket to Vets Auditorium across the road, and the rest is history, Paul.
It is, and there's 3 numbers that I like about your career. 2,951 points, your all-time, all classes, 466 threes, but 802 assists. Which of those 3 numbers makes you most proud as a player, and then which one's better as a coach?
Honestly, as a player, I think my favorite one is the assists, just because I couldn't have done any of this without my teammates, and I love my teammates. They're still my best friends to today, and people are like, oh, she's the leading scorer, and they think, oh, like she just shot the ball every time. No, actually I did pass the ball.
You did, and you also shot the ball. So there's Ellie with the headband and the knee pads. I heard you and Brad talk about that in the game. This was a game, I think, Sioux Center. You had some outstanding games here. There's some guy that you just hug on the sidelines. He's everywhere with you. Your dad was an assistant on those teams. Now you're coaching here for Spirit Lake. I know the anxiety gets pretty hot and heavy as a coach. Just walk me through the emotions as a player, as a coach, and a broadcaster.
It's been a lot. This week has been, I mean, you saw my list, my hour-to-hour list of every day of just balancing different things, from coaching on Monday night to hopefully punching our ticket to the semifinal game on Thursday. Didn't happen. So when I was told I was going to call 2A, 3A, I was like, all right, I'll be ready for it. And I love being asked to come here and doing this. And Wells Fargo is my second home.
Let's slide this in here. What is this? This is the Hall of Fame plaque. Now that when that was presented to you,
yes.
What were you thinking about?
Well, the lights were pretty bright in my eyes. That's all I was really thinking about. And then I had all these cameras. It's like my face was going numb every time I was smiling. But it's pretty special. It's an honor. And I want to thank all of the people taking time out of their evening, their weekend to come and support me. So many friends. Spirit Lake came. The team supported me. My parents. I have a ton of family here. It's been so awesome, just reliving all of these memories and enjoying a great week of state basketball.
It's been a great week, and it's been a long week for you. And I know that you know those ducks are running of all that adrenaline right now. But when it's all said and done, you have a special place for many people. And I know that you get stopped a lot when you're on press row or in the stands. They remember you. What's that like when you get stopped still today? Like, you're a big-time celebrity here.
It's still pretty cool that people can still remember my name and remember all of the exciting things that we did. But I think it's funny. I'm staying at a hotel, and I was eating breakfast the other morning, and a couple people stopped me to get pictures with their kids. And they're like, do you know who this is? And they look up at their parents like, no, like, who is this? And they're like, you're standing next to Iowa's all-time leading scorer. And they're just like, okay, cool. And I'm just like, it's all right. So I just smile for the picture, and it's still pretty special.
It is, and your 6th grade kids back at Spirit Lake, do you want to say hello to them? Is there homework that they have due on Monday?
I'm sure. I don't know what I'm going to walk into on Monday, but you know what? We're just going to go with the flow, and it'll be great. But hello, 6th graders. Can't wait to see you guys on Monday, and shout out to all the teachers who held the fort down when I was gone. So. Okay,
coaching. Todd Rogers was here with another school. He's now here with Spirit Lake. I saw the two of you talking. I mean, walk me through now that relationship. Where did you pick up some of that coaching conversation? I know your dad has done some coaching and athletic directoring, and you were in college. I mean, talk me as the coach now and your breaking down of the game.
Yeah, so Todd and I have known each other for a really long time. I actually used to play AAU basketball with his daughter, Mackenzie, back in like 4th grade at All Iowa Tech. Yeah, a lot of history with Coach Rogers. And for us to meet, like, it's just a full circle moment back at Spirit Lake. He's a phenomenal coach, really good at X's and O's and strategies, and he's so good with the girls. So good with the youth programs. He's an awesome person, and another assistant on staff is Matt Coy. So we have a really good coaching dynamic up at Spirit Lake, and we had a really good group of girls that got hot at the right time this season. It was so much fun, and they were here tonight supporting me, brought the team down. So again, that just means so much to me.
You mean a lot to us too.
Thank you, Paul. You mean a lot to me.
Ellie, thank you so much. Congratulations to you. Newest inductee into the Basketball Hall of Fame. I'll quit shaking the table so I don't break that thing.
Thank you.
Looks nice. Ellie Ruffridge,
Thank
everybody,
you.
congratulations. Thank you. Our halftime show. When we come back, we'll find out what happened in the Newell-Fonda break, but there's our Hall of Famer giving a big smile. We're at halftime here in 1A. You're invited to a special event in Lincoln, Nebraska, as we celebrate the 50th season of Market to Market. Join me, Paul Yeager, on March 31 at Nebraska Public Media, where I'll lead a live podcast discussion with market analyst Ross Baldwin. We've been a trusted source of agricultural news and analysis for 5 decades. Join us as we look back on 50 incredible seasons and look forward to many more. Reserve your seat at markettomarket.org.
Iowa PBS celebrates Festival with special programs, concerts, and thank you gifts. Be sure to check out the in-person events you can choose as thank you gifts. A day tour of the historic buildings of Mason City and Clear Lake, the exclusive Totally Tractors tour in Waterloo, and a day tour of the historic buildings of Council Bluffs, all taking place this year. Call 800-779-7000. Visit iowapbs.org or scan the QR code and support Iowa PBS today.
Looking for something new to watch? Iowa PBS Passport has you covered. Check out one of our latest shows on the app, Dogs of Service. Stream anytime, anywhere, on any device. Support public media today during Festival and see more local programming with Iowa PBS Passport. Don't forget to binge our thrilling dramas, jaw-dropping documentaries, and other PBS favorites today.
The gentle storytelling and picturesque setting of all creatures great and small on Masterpiece continue to enchant PBS viewers. In a new special, we'll discuss the warm, folksy wisdom found in these timeless tales. We'll hear from the cast and creators of the show, and also local residents, including the daughter and son of the author. Join us for All Creatures Great and Small, the wisdom of the Dales.
Sunday evening at 7 on Iowa PBS.
After a man visiting France dies, his widow, Jean White, makes a decision.
There's a little town called Saint-Victoire. I'm on my way.
And when she discovers a priceless ring is missing,
Somebody must have taken it.
she seeks out the truth.
I can prove that somebody killed my husband.
Good morning to you too.
Sorry, morning.
The charming series,
I'm getting a bit lost in translation.
The Madame Blanc Mysteries.
Coming to Iowa PBS March 23rd.
Coming up on the next episode of Iowa Life, explore a community movement that encourages meaningful conversations.
You have to have a body like we have to be truly intelligent.
Learn about a support system helping refugees. And meet an athlete who has participated in several events at the Special Olympics. That and more on the next Iowa Life.
Tuesdays at 6:30 and Sundays at 10:30 a.m. on Iowa PBS.
Newell-Fonda looking up at the scoreboard, down 1. The Mustang faithful, they're flexing. They're hoping to get their team back. So is head coach Dick Junkers of the Mustangs. He joins us now, courtside coach. Council Bluffs St. Albert looks like a team in blue usually. They're playing the same type of game as you are, so you should be very familiar with it. But what is it they're doing that has been frustrating in that first half?
You know, they're just doing what they do really well. They pressure the basketball. They're physical on defense, and they were able to convert some transition opportunities and some buckets. And a couple of their shooters shook free, and they drilled some threes. And like I said, just two teams just going toe-to-toe right now.
Oh, it's a great game for us. I don't know what it's like for you. I'm sure it's churning. Right now, the girls are out there shooting. You know the old saying, shooters shoot. How do you get them going here in the second half?
You know, I think just, you know, settling in and keep shooting the shots as they develop, and they'll start falling. And when we have opportunities to get it inside, we still want to go inside. I felt like we did a nice job of getting some good looks inside, and so it's just kind of trying to keep that balance there and limiting their good looks.
Kinsey Hinders has been good in that first half. She just keeps attacking the basket. I'm guessing that's something you need her to keep doing.
Yes, you know, they're, like I said, they're jamming out, and there's some penetrating lanes that open up, and we're finding them at times, and that's to our benefit.
All right, Dick Junkers, I always appreciate your conversation and your insight. I know doing this interview isn't always fun, but we really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not a normal Friday night for for a coach here, I can tell you that.
You know, we need to talk to your radio guys back home, and maybe they can start doing this, and we'll get you ready for it. You're a vet. You're a vet at this.
Well, you know, for the right sponsorship, maybe. But
all right, Coach, thank you. Dick Junkers, thank you very much. He's now superintendent, by the way, at Newell-Fonda. That's a busy guy, and he's still coaching basketball. And we were talking about Kinsey Hinders. Well, guess what? She's in our highlight package that we're about to show you now. Thank you to the folks in the truck making this all happen. There's Hinders right there. As he talked about those lanes, there's a couple of them there. Hinders is finding them, but boy, she just blew right through the defense right there. It's been a very physical game. Hinders keeps going in there. Let's see, Hinders has 10 first half points. She's trying to get her team back in, but for St. Albert, it's Maura Ryan. She was very good in the semifinal. Just keeps coming. There she does. She does her own cutting through the defense. And then it's going to be Eleanor Coughlin. Into the corner here for the three, and bang. Just like that is how we ended our first half set of highlights. So we have one more half of the 2025 season to go. Those are your halftime statistics. Guess who's going to tell you about them? BJ Shaven and Lauren Leonard. Go, BJ, you're up.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Well, Laura, what stands out to me, see if you agree, the free throw and three-point shooting for Newell-Fonda in that first half.
Yeah, looking at both of those, and we talked a little bit about the fact that neither of these teams, they've struggled at the free throw line this season. It is really hurting Newell-Fonda here so far in the first half. They've gotten to the line, they just have not connected, and they have not been able to find the mark from beyond the arc. The other thing that is keeping them in the game is they have 10 points off of turnovers. St. Albert has 9 turnovers. Newell-Fonda has turned those into points. That has kept them in this ballgame.
So we are about ready to get the second half underway for the Saints. Out on the floor, they've got Johnson, Monahan, Wise, Ryan, and Underwood. For Newell-Fonda, it's Hinders, Walsh, Mercer, Brabeck, and Vanderhoff. So the second half, we are underway. They're playing for the 1A state championship. And to cap off a fabulous week here in Des Moines. Here's Underwood, strong move, and a bucket right away.
And that's how you start the half. You go to your player that has scored a ton of points here in the state tournament, averaging a double-double, get her the ball, get her a touch early on.
And the junior now is 6. Here's a three. Good, as it's knocked down by Vanderhoff, her first bucket.
Well, you could hear that Coach Junger said we're just going to keep shooting them, and when they get the good looks, going to try to knock them down. They certainly did.
The answer, no.
They're looking to run again. Vanderhoff was looking, had her eyes up, thought she might be able to get the ball to Hinders, but just too much traffic in between her and Kinsey.
Walsh has this deflected out. It will stay with Newell-Fonda, 24 on the shot clock. All tied up at 31. Here's Hinders on Underwood, avoids the tie-up, can't get the basket. And a rebound for Underwood, and she'll be fouled on it. Underwood now with 8 boards. And that'll be the third on Mercer. And she'll check out. And coming in is going to be Ava Vi.
Now see if Council Bluffs St. Albert goes right back into Underwood.
Up to the top of the key. Johnson will drive. Left hand. No. Hinders fights for that rebound. And now will be fouled by Johnson, who will pick up her second.
It's just so hard to rip anything cleanly from the rebound. Even when you're trying to dribble through traffic, there are hands swatting at that ball all the way up the floor, and you have got to take and protect the ball when you're pulling it on a rebound or you're dribbling up the court.
To the corner, Vanderhoff. Too strong. Brabeck's put back, not there. Underwood gets the rebound and is fouled by Walsh. That's her second. Underwood, scoring-wise, has been somewhat kept under wraps tonight. Now looks to attack.
But she did the right thing when she got the ball into the front court. She waited. She didn't take it right away. Waited to see what the defense was doing and then attacked.
Brabeck can't get it to fall. This is going to go to St. Albert. Again, Mustangs to the bench. Riley Hograve will check in for the first time, as is Ellie Sievers, who had 6 in that first half. To work we go with Ellie Monahan.
Just make it so difficult on the catch, pushing them out away, not allowing them to get into that offensive set that they want to have.
Underwood backing in against the two-time. Too strong. Good rebound by Hinders, who's so strong.
Really strong, and look at her lead the break.
And Sievers will go to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Underwood backing down on offense, saw the double team come, but she didn't get the shoulders turned around and square, and that led to this run out and the foul.
Peyton Johnson will pick up her third. Sievers, excellent free throw shooter at the state tournament, shooting better than 82%. Knocks down the first one. The Saints to the bench. Eleanor Coughlin in. Also in is Alexa Lenz. Coughlin into the front court. Here's Underwood. Drives in, pulls up, left it short. Gets her own rebound. Put back not there. Hinders has it taken away. And tied up, Newell-Fonda will control it still. They have the lead at 2.
It has just been a battle to start this third quarter. Both of these teams earning the points that they have gotten so far.
And a foul here called on Alexa Lenz. That's her third. So the foul trouble is mounting. Johnson, Lenz, each with 3, along with Darrington. Mercer has 3 for Newell-Fonda. Here's the 3 by Hinders.
Look out, the spark plug is in the ball game.
And down on this end, Underwood going to be fouled by Hinders.
You know, things are going to happen when Coughlin is in the ball game. We talked about how quick she is in the first half, but she got that ball and turns and immediately starts that break.
Beg your pardon, that's Alexa Lenz who was fouled. And the first free throw in and out. St. Albert is 4 of 6 from the line. Walsh back in along with J.C. Vanderhoff. And able to connect on the free throw was Lenz. 1 point Newell-Fonda lead.
How about this matchup? The bigs in the backcourt. Hinders bringing the ball down the floor. Underwood playing defense.
Point forward, Laura.
Point forward. You got it. I mean, they handle the ball very well.
Buys three. No. Walsh had it. Was fouled. Who's this on? That's Lexi Darrington. That's going to be her 4th. So she's going to have to sit for a long time.
She just put the palms in the air and said, hey, I was just going for the basketball. And she was. There were a lot of bodies and a lot of contact. Hinders with the off balance off the glass.
Her first bucket of the second half now with 12. And the largest lead here for Newell-Fonda at 3. The 3 ball put up and hit. Molly Wise, her 3rd triple of the night.
Yeah, she's been the one that's been on fire from beyond the arc. They need to continue to find her.
Coughlin forces the turnover, but stepped on the end line. Brabeck and Hograve back out onto the floor for Newell-Fonda.
You know, one of the things that we've talked about all week is when you have pressure defense like this that we're seeing from both teams, ball fakes go a long way in getting a defender out of position. A pump fake, a pass fake, it will get that defense to shift and move, maybe give you a little bit better opportunity on running your offense.
Ava Underwood will pick up her first. And that is the 5th team foul. So to the line with Josie Walsh. Newell-Fonda now 4 of 10 from the line. And better in the second half, they've hit all 3.
Yeah, that first half struggle at the line, they were 1 of 7.
Misses the second. Underwood with the board. Newell-Fonda by 1. Here's Underwood on the attack.
When she gets those shoulders square, she's deadly, and she was able to slice through the defense, hit that mid-range jumper.
Severs measuring. Good ball movement by Newell-Fonda. They go around the perimeter. Hinders. Threw it into traffic. That's Ryan up with it. 1-on-2. Will attack. Can't get it to fall. And Brabeck out with it. Numbers back the other way. Brabeck slows it down. Here's Severs. She'll drive in. Challenges Underwood, and Underwood wins. And it's last touch by Newell-Fonda.
Severs felt like she got by that initial wave of defense. And then all of a sudden, look out. There's Underwood to block it away off of Severs.
Kept the body away, the left hand in. So the Saints lead it by 1 now. This has been a seesaw battle. Here's Coughlin to the corner. Inside Underwood. Works it underneath. Strong shot. Gets fouled and will go to the line. Hinders will pick up her second. So coming into the game now for the Saints, when she's allowed to enter, is going to be Eva Jones. She's going to be the 10th player that St. Albert has played. And playing in her 21st game. And she played 2 minutes in the quarterfinals.
Well, and a lot of that is due to the foul trouble that they have gotten themselves into. With Johnson with 3, Lenz with 3. Got to go a little bit deeper on that bench.
So Ava Underwood able to get both free throws to go in double figures. And a double-double also with 11 rebounds as Henders, no basket, fouled on the floor. And that is going to be the second on Coughlin.
And Coughlin was trying to rotate over defensively, stuck that knee out and got called for the foul. And Newell-Fonda in the bonus.
Henders able to knock down the free throw. Kinsey headed to Briarcliff in Sioux City. And the state of Iowa is blessed with a lot of great NAIA programs, including Briarcliff. You've got Morningside, Dordt, Northwestern, Grandview, all playing in the NAIA field of 64.
Well, not only do you have them in the talent in basketball, also in softball that you see those schools advance into nationals.
39-38, Coughlin on the drive. Walsh caught up in a double team in backcourt. And a timeout going to be taken by Newell-Fonda here. 39-38. So where are these two teams from? Of course, you may know where Newell-Fonda is from. 7 of the last 8 state championships they've played in this game. Hailing from Northwest Iowa, they're very familiar with that 142-mile drive. And how about Council Bluffs, St. Albert? Over on the west coast of Iowa, 129 miles straight up I-80 to get here to Wells Fargo Arena. The 1A tournament has been really wide open. You got the number 1 seed against the 3 seed. These two teams have really earned their way to the championship, and we've seen that on display here tonight.
It has been battles in their quarterfinals and in their semifinals. They have really had to work to get themselves into this position to play for the championship. If you look at both of these teams, and it's the style that they both play, but there were a lot of turnovers in both of their quarterfinals and semifinals. They were able to survive that and advance.
How about the offensive board by Henders, and then the putback through the contact.
Powerful rebound, just steps right through 2 defenders.
Underwood picks up her second. Henders going to try to add to the lead here for Newell-Fonda. And does. What a night for her. 17 points for Kinsey Henders.
When they met earlier, she had 20, so she's right on track to score where she did earlier in the season.
Ryan trying to roll it into Underwood. Newell-Fonda trying to clamp that down. Here's Ryan on the drive with the left hand. Underwood, put back, no, but fouled. And that's on Walsh. That'll be her third.
Underwood has stepped up big here in this third quarter, a little more active than what she was in the first and second quarters.
That's the first free throw short.
You know, they got it, the third quarter started by going into her, getting her a touch, and she responded by getting 2 points to start this second half.
7 of 11 is St. Albert from the line.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Here's a 3 by Bye. And the rebound to Underwood. And a foul going to be called on Sievers, so that'll put Underwood back down on the other end to shoot some free throws.
Both teams got into the bonus early here in the third quarter, so it's just been free throw shooting contest down the stretch here. It's kind of been choppy play because we've had so many free throws being shot.
Sievers will pick up her first. And 0 for her last 3. Sometimes it's a lonely feeling there. She wants to play college basketball. Right now receiving Division II offers from Minnesota State Augustana. 0 for her last 4. Newell-Fonda leads it by 2.
And I think when it's all said and done, I think these coaches will go back and look at the free throw shooting column to see if they won it there or they lost it there.
About identical right now. As Hinders shot off the mark. Newell-Fonda 7 of 14. St. Albert 7 of 13 from the line. Here's a 3 by Wise. Shot clock off. Sievers will run it ahead. Goes for the lob. Nobody home as Hinders had fallen down.
Got her feet tangled up as they were trying to fill that middle of that lane. Got tangled up and went down, and that pass went to no one.
Peyton Johnson back into the game. She'll check in for Coughlin. Also Mercer back in for Newell-Fonda. She's in for Hinders. Final seconds of the third quarter. Ryan inside, Underwood for 2 to tie it up.
She started on the left side of the floor. She was running that play. She was telling and directing traffic. Ran to the left side of the floor, cut over, got into position, and they fed her the basketball.
Underwood, the bucket getter in the third quarter for St. Albert as they've tied it up. Well, we caught up with the North Polk cheerleaders who were getting into the spirit in between games, adding a little flair and inspiration to pink clothespins provided by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, and then sharing the fun by surprising players and coaches. Clipped you.
Did you get clipped? Have you gotten clipped?
I prefer not to say, Laura. Well, what a game.
It has been a great game.
We're all tied up heading into the Final 8, and why not to cap off a fantastic season of Iowa girls high school basketball.
Well, we knew it was going to be a struggle to score some points. We knew that there was going to be a lot of defense. We knew it was going to be this close, and you're right. What a great game to end on this fun basketball season that we've had here in the state of Iowa.
What's going to be the difference here?
Free throws.
Oh.
I think free throws, if you're going to get to the line, it's going to be physical down the stretch. And so both teams are going to get to the free throw line. You have really got to concentrate when you step to the line, and that is going to be the difference maker for either one of these teams.
And foul trouble really mounting for Council Bluffs St. Albert as they have 4 players with 3 fouls. Newell-Fonda with 1, make it 2 players in foul trouble, Josie Walsh and Anna Mercer with 3 each. So to begin the final 8 of play, starting 5 for St. Albert, Underwood, Ryan, Wise, Monahan, and Johnson. It'll be Sievers, Hinders, along with Hograve, Walsh, and Mercer for the Mustangs. Inside, Underwood, one-on-one against Walsh, tries to take contact, nothing there. Rebound deflected out. It's going to stay with St. Albert. 19 on the shot clock.
Underwood did what I've been asking players to do all week, and she gave a ball fake, but Walsh did not go for it. She held her ground, kept the feet on the floor, went vertical.
This one will stay with St. Albert. All tied up at 41. Johnson will put it in play here. Good matchup here with Ryan on the freshman Sievers. Here's Underwood, squares, draws the double team, triple team, kicks it out to Wise. Her shot off the mark. And this will go to Newell-Fonda. Back to the bench for the Mustangs. Ava Bai will check in. Well, we're all tied up at 41. You can relive the championship excitement. Share these moments with your family, friends, and neighbors. Visit iowapbs.org for archives of championship games anytime. Here's Hinders. Now to the corner by. Can't get the roll. Underwood with the board and is tied up. It'll stay with Newell-Fonda.
a set play where they got the double high screen, had Hinders come around to draw the defense to her and kick it outside for the three-point shot. Just did not get the roll on that one.
Here's the lob into Hinders on the block. Great shot by Kinsey. Hinders now with 19.
When she can gather herself like that, rise up and hang and get it off the glass, she's very tough inside.
On the deck, a turnover. Hinders out ahead. Sievers to the basket.
Good hustle by Underwood to get down and cause a little distraction on that layup.
Now from the corner, the three by Johnson. No. Underwood got the board, but was undercut by Sievers, who will pick up her second.
You kind of see that one unfolding as Sievers was trying to box out, trying to get out of the way, got a hip up underneath Underwood.
And the Saints will put it in play with Monahan. To Underwood on the block. Through a double team, Ava Underwood now with 14 and 15 rebounds. What a monster game.
And that's what she's done all tournament long, is 13 points, 15 rebounds in the quarterfinals, 12 points, 16 rebounds in the semifinals. Add another double-double here in this game.
Brabeck, what a shot! The junior able to find a way.
Not sure how she got through there, just sliced through the defense.
Loose ball, who wants it? Out of bounds. Hinders was out of bounds and touched it with her foot, thus it'll stay with St. Albert.
Brabeck did a great job of just turning the shoulders, protecting the basketball as she went up for the hoop.
So Lexi Darrington back into the game, 44 for St. Albert. She's got 4 fouls. Alexa Lenz into the game with those 3. Coughlin also back in for St. Albert. .22 on the shot clock. There's Coughlin. Had 5 in the first half. Has yet to score in the second. Lenz too strong.
That didn't get any rim, so there's only 10 seconds left on the shot clock.
Tough pass by Underwood. Walsh gives way to Hinders. Kinsey called for the charge is Coughlin. That's a tough kid right there. As Hinders will pick up her third.
Hinders looked up, and once she was able to get the shoulder around the defense, decided she was just going to take it all the way. And what a great read by Coughlin to step in and take that charge. She's not really afraid of anything, and that's that soccer mentality that she's showing off right there.
Lenz to Coughlin. In traffic to Underwood. Pick and roll. And stepping out of bounds will be Mercer. 12 on the shot clock here. They are, Laura, what are they doing to Ava Underwood? Anytime she touches it, it's immediate. 3 blue jerseys are on her.
Well, if she does receive the ball, and she's been able to get the touches, you're right, it's a double team, and then somebody else digs down and helps out in triple team. She's having a hard time trying to find a way to pass out of that.
Darrington cleans it up and ties us up at 45. Hinders to Sievers for 3. Mercer, no, but fouled. And that might be it for Darrington. It is. That's her 5th.
She got her from behind. Underwood had a clean block in front. The drive and then the backside, weak side rebound by Darrington, and then gets down the floor to play defense, only to pick up her 5th foul.
So the 5'10 sophomore will check out, scoring 5. To the line with Anna Mercer. 50% from the line so far tonight. A little strong on the opening free throw here. Now Riley Holgrave will come into the lineup for Ava Bai. Next free throw, money for Mercer. Into the corner, looking to drive. Wise. Now to Coughlin in the paint. Oh, found her teammate, Underwood.
What a pass. What a look. Presence of mind to see the floor and know when to take it as far as she did and then dish it off.
Coughlin out there dropping dimes. St. Albert by 1. 4 minutes left. Hinders in the paint and 1.
When they need a bucket, they get Hinders set up. Usually on the dribble drive, a curl cut, get her inside. She can go through so much traffic and so much contact.
And a timeout going to be taken here by Dick Weddingill. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 48-47 our score. Let's go inside of that huddle.
All right. You were guarding 55. She's coming right down your lane. You got to take one for the team, right? All right, come on. You can do it. All right, hey, now we got to make sure we box out on this free throw. All right. Yes. She's the one that made big plays last night. Don't let her get anything loose. All right. All right, box out on this free throw. Let's come out with an Illinois. All right, 1, 2, 3.
I think coach is aware of the free throw shooting woes of both teams. So box out on the free throw. Don't let them get a second chance opportunity off of a miss on a free throw. And get a look here at Ava Underwood and how she's come alive here in the second half. And what a great dig by Coughlin on the inside.
Hinders misses the free throw. Newell-Fonda will still lead it by 1. Kinsey Hinders with 21 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Here's Underwood, the kick out, the 3. Little strong off the glass from Monahan. Last touch by Newell-Fonda. Fresh 35-second shot clock here for the St. Albert Saints. The table stakes. St. Albert's looking for their school's first ever state championship in girls basketball. Newell-Fonda trying to win their 5th. Been in the state championship game last 2 years. In fact, 7 out of the last 8. School overall in the state championship game is 4-8 coming into this one.
And they just continue to produce teams that make it to the state tournament year in and year out. It's their culture, and it's just what they do. They teach this style of basketball from the lower grades on up.
The reverse. Oh, that hit the top of the backboard. Coughlin will keep in play. Now the 3. No. Rebound fought for, and Hinders will grab it.
So many opportunities and so many good looks.
And a timeout here taken by Newell-Fonda as Hinders was caught up in backcourt.
And close to a 10-second call, so Coach Jungers gets the timeout.
Newell-Fonda will be left with 2 timeouts remaining. And there's 4 timeouts remaining for St. Albert. Well, the road to state. A little history and inspiration in the backstage hallways here at Wells Fargo Arena. The adornments, the interactive, the wall of player names, post-it messages. Yes, and the pink lights in the entry with the school stickers on the floor. Just a neat atmosphere to get players fired up for some tournament basketball. All part of a fun week here in Des Moines.
And the fans are certainly having fun, and they know this is going to be a fun 2 minutes and 49 seconds to the final buzzer to see who is going to take home the 1A championship.
48-47, Newell-Fonda. The two met earlier this year. We mentioned that St. Albert's had won. And after that win, St. Albert became the new #1 in the state, and they've held on to that spot since January the 10th. For Newell-Fonda, it's been a little bit of an up and down. Coach Dick Junger saying they finally hit their groove when they started playing in the postseason and have really turned things on. They certainly have, getting all the way to this game and leading it by 1, 2:40 to play. Here's Mercer for 3. Overshot it, rebound to Coughlin, who's fouled. And that is going to be the 3rd team foul. And Kinsey Hinders, this is a big one. That's her 4th.
She's got to be smart about some things, about how she plays defense when she crashes the board. And if you're St. Albert, you're going right after her.
See what sort of recognition is out there as Ryan will bring it ahead. Again, the Mustangs still with a 1-point lead. Into the corner to Coughlin. Inside Underwood. Hinders could not challenge. Underwood gets the bucket and gives the Saints the lead.
And they recognize that. They got the great initiation from Coughlin, just working a 2-player game with Underwood.
Sievers, yes! How about that for a freshman?
That is a huge bucket. I'm not sure that St. Albert was expecting that to go up that quickly.
Not afraid of the moment. Underwood inside on the double team, now to Coughlin. Ryan. Now the 3 from the corner. That's in and out. Rebound fought for. Underwood up with it and is fouled. That'll be the 4th team foul. And for Walsh, that'll be her 4th. So some foul trouble here for Newell-Fonda. Hinders and Walsh with 4 each. Mercer with 3.
Well, now the interior play is going to become very big for Council Bluffs St. Albert because they can go in there and challenge those 2 players that have 4 fouls.
Wise, too strong, and the rebound to Walsh. It's a big stop for Newell-Fonda.
This is a very important defensive stand here for Council Bluffs St. Albert.
Here's Sievers, pulls up, too strong off the glass, and the rebound to St. Albert.
So they get their stop. Now it's their turn to see if they can tie it up or go up by 1. And they're going to take a timeout to discuss it and make sure that they run the play that they're most comfortable running.
Let's go to the Saints huddle and hear what they're talking about.
Now they're overplaying. Take the rim now. Set up. Make sure now when you're out of bounds play, if they're denying you, you get a good kick. All right, it's got to start getting ball in bounds, right? Run your Saint. Read what you got. All right? Just read what's open on it. Something's going to be open. If you get it inside, she's got 4 fouls. Take it out. All right, now listen. Make or miss, you have to have a stop. All right, so you got to pick up defense. We don't want to put them at the foul line yet. We got to have a stop. 3 timeouts. Yep. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
They went over all the important things as far as timeouts, how many fouls they had, telling them that Hinders and Walsh both have 4 fouls, so go up and draw foul number 5 on them, but they only have 2 team fouls, so they do and they can play aggressive defense if they miss.
Ryan will control it. Now to Coughlin. To the hoop. Can't get the bucket. Rebound to Hinders. Here's Sievers in backcourt. Now the throwdown. Mercer going to be fouled.
Still have
by
a few
Wise.
to give, so not going to put them on the line.
Wise with her first. Make it her second.
but the shot clock resets, so it's 35 seconds that they have on the offensive end here.
Let's hear what Dick Jungers has to say with Newell-Fonda.
Let's do a line one, okay? If we don't got something right there on that, bring it back out, okay? Then it's one high delay, but they're gonna be coming after you, so be strong with that ball, okay? Be strong with that ball. Now the next thing, okay? We do have full shot clock here. We can run that down too, okay? We don't have to rush something, okay? But then we have to get back on defense, okay? Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
You have the full shot clock, so be patient, but if something opens up for you, go ahead and take it, but don't force anything. And the other thing he said, take care of the basketball because they're going to be coming after you.
Newell-Fonda won their first ever girls state basketball championship in 2015. Then they won 3 straight from 19 through 2021. Lost 4 starters from last season's team, and right now have a 2-point lead with under 40 to play. Severs trying to avoid the double team. Near steal. Underwood. Ties it up. Possession arrow to St. Albert. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
And the defense switched up top, so that they still had somebody as they got the pick up top. They were able to switch and keep the defensive pressure on Severs.
Now Ryan. Look to hand it off to Wise, to Coughlin. They want to go inside. Here's Wise, skip pass to Coughlin, down to 10 seconds to play. Coughlin will drive, gets the layup, and we're tied at 51. Timeout Newell-Fonda, 5.4 seconds to play.
Nothing was really happening, and it looked like there was a little confusion in who was going to take that last shot. And Coughlin all of a sudden decides, I'm going to do it. Slices in through the defense, and Hinders had to lay off of her as she came in for the layup because she didn't want to pick up foul number 5.
Tied at 51. If you're Newell-Fonda, who are you going to?
You know, they've got a lot of shooters, but I think you go with Hinders. You get the ball in her hand, she can handle it, but they're going to put a lot of pressure in on the backcourt. And you have fouls, so you have 1 foul to give if you're St. Albert. So you can play pretty tight on them bringing the ball forward. You just don't want to foul them if they're trying to shoot a half-court shot.
And they have to go the length of the court in 5.4.
So I think you put some defense back here. You really make it difficult on them bringing up the ball, and then you have, knowing you have that 1 foul that you can give, that you can play with, a little house money.
Coughlin with the bucket, trying to force overtime. Hinders will inbound. Now to Severs. Little give and go. Hinders into the front court, into the paint. Tied up, no foul, no shot. And we're going to head for some extra basketball.
And Coach Junger's not happy. Thought there was some contact on that last call, and they did exactly what they wanted to, get the ball to Hinders. She had a full head of steam going right down the middle of the court.
Let's go to the Newell-Fonda huddle.
Let's go. Play 4 more minutes in the most awesome atmosphere we can ever play in. Isn't that awesome? Now, 1 play at a time, okay? Starts with a stop, okay? Now, offensively here, okay? Offensively here. First time down, I want a 1 high shifted. Don't go too fast. Let her get to a side. If you can get that ball up the wing a little bit, we can get a nice side pick and roll action for you, then time hard in the basket, okay? All right, got that? Win the tip here, 1 high shifted, okay? Which basket are we going to? Oh, yeah, it's this one, okay? Just making sure you guys know that. Here we go. Team on 3, 1, 2, 3.
You know, Coach helping kind of cool and calm everybody down. I love the fact that he said, hey, we're going to play another 4 minutes in probably the best environment we'll ever play basketball in. How great is that? And then he just at the end wanted to check, hey, what basket are we going to? Just want to check in, make sure everybody's still engaged.
So Hinders and Underwood will jump it up. There is foul trouble for Newell-Fonda. 2 players with 4. That's Hinders and Walsh. As the tip controlled by Walsh, as Brabeck will bring it ahead. Now to Sievers. Sievers in the paint from 15. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Underwood. In backcourt with Ellie Monahan. Guarded by Sievers. Johnson into Underwood on the block and a travel. Had a little bunny hop when she hauled in the pass.
Try and get that momentum. And sometimes you get ahead of yourself. You just take that little bunny hop as you're making your move to the hoop.
Hinders will be at the point. Notice because of foul trouble, a full court pressure isn't there. Here's a double high screen. Hinders will drive and will be tied up. Possession arrow gives it to St. Albert.
Both of these teams are so good at getting all ball when players are driving in. We have seen a lot of held balls. And right there, Johnson able to get in, tie up Hinders. And they tried to run that play a little bit earlier, and Hinders was able to get all the way in and get the and one.
Here's Underwood, high post. They won it to Underwood. Now works against Hinders, drives and gets the bucket. A 20-20 night now for Ava Underwood.
Knowing that she could go, once she repositioned and got the lead pass, taking her right to the hoop, she could take it right at Hinders.
Hinders now with the left hand over to Mercer. Fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
They collapse down on Hinders, and great vision to see Mercer right down there in the block.
Missed the front end. Laura, you were mentioning that it was going to come down to free throws as Johnson picked up that foul. That's her 4th, so Coughlin will come back in for her. And a rebound to Underwood.
Well, next foul for both of these teams, they will be in the bonus, and it will come down to free throw shooting in this overtime.
Coughlin with the crossover. Now to the corner, the 3-ball. Good by Monahan.
Haven't heard too much about from Monahan in this ballgame. Only 2 points, but comes up clutch in a big moment.
Now it's a big lead. Hinders will draw contact, and that'll put her at the line as this goes against Molly Wise, her 2nd.
Dribble drive, that draws defense in, and Monahan just steps back and calmly knocks down a big, big 3-pointer.
Clock stopped with 2:02 to play for the Mustangs can capitalize. 0 for their last 3, 0 for 3 here in overtime, as Brabeck will come back into the contest for Mercer.
And even now, I think, make or miss, gotta believe they're gonna pick up full court.
They are. So 2 minutes remaining. Ava Underwood, the big night tonight. 20 points, 20 rebounds. Turns it over here as Brabeck comes up with a steal, and now a foul by Underwood. That'll be her 3rd. Clock stopped with 1:43 to play. And Marina Brabeck will come down to the other end to shoot free throws. As a team coming into this state championship, Newell-Fonda shooting right at 54% from the line as a team.
It has been a struggle all season long from the line, and here tonight even so, a struggle.
Tonight, 10 of 22 now.
Brabeck not having any issue knocking that one down, and this is exactly a perfect storm for them. They got the clock stopped, able to get points while the clock is stopped, and get a little bit closer.
2-point game. Ryan in backcourt. And steady leadership by the sophomore. Drives it in the paint. And overshot the hoop. There was some contact. A no call.
A no call, but a gutsy no call. As Walsh was in there trying to take the charge with 4 fouls. Those can go either way.
Henders looking to turn the corner and does. And a charge on Henders, and that's it.
They have run this play several times for Henders, and Council Bluffs St. Albert's was finally figured out to get to the spot. They converged to the spot, beat her to it, and were able to get the charge, and she picks up foul number 5 and has to go to the bench.
Checks out with 22 points, 9 rebounds in her final game in a Newell-Fonda uniform. Coughlin into the front court as Hograve comes in for Henders. From the corner, the 3. No roll. Rebound fought for, belongs to Ryan. Can't get the bucket. Walsh will clean it up. Ahead to Sievers. Sievers for the tie. No, they're going to call it for travel first.
They dodged a bullet because they got the offensive rebound, could have brought it back out, run more clock, made them foul, or made them play defense for 35 seconds.
Underwood looks to get it in, and a 5 count on St. Albert. Oh my, is this really getting interesting? And Newell-Fonda will take a timeout. They'll leave themselves with 1. Well, Council Bluffs St. Albert trying to bring home their championship. Let's go to their huddle here.
All right. Same thing as last time when they had the ball out of bounds down on the baseline. You have to communicate. All right? Talk on any screening action. Most important thing is taking away the lane. Don't let 13 beat us. All right? Don't let 13 beat us. And box out and come up with the rebound. They are going to have to foul you if you get the ball back. And then it comes down to the free throw line. All right? You need a stop. All right? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Looking for one stop is what coach is asking him for. And he said, secure it. Because if they don't make it, they're going to come after you. You got to secure the basketball.
Sievers will inbound it. Gets it to Walsh. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Walsh tonight from the free throw line is 1 out of 4.
She ain't going to make both.
And now the opportunity to tie it up. St. Albert had a 5-point lead here in overtime for the tie.
Stepped up there so calmly and knocked both of those down.
I got it. That's what she said.
She didn't look at anybody. She didn't give me the ball. I'm going to tie this thing up.
Tied at 56. 30 seconds to go in overtime 1. Here's Ryan. Underwood has it deflected away by Sievers, gets it back, throws it up. Hograve with the rebound, now to Sievers. Shot clock is off. Sievers out ahead to Vi. Now down to 10, and the final timeout going to be taken here by Newell-Fonda with an opportunity to win a championship. Let's go to the Newell-Fonda huddle and see how they draw it up.
All right. We're going to go ISU, okay? We're going to go ISU. I'm going to have you start on the block, okay? You're throwing it in. You're cutting to the corner. After she cuts, you flash. It's going to be a give-and-go cut to Ellie, who's throwing it in, okay? Got it? Take it to the rim. Just good luck, okay? Now, the rest of you guys are ready for a 3, okay? Now, we score, okay? We got to just slow that ball down and hustle back because they're going to look for something quick here, okay? Now, we got to get that one, okay? Yep, flashing the ball, okay? The 2 up top, 1 go across half court. If we don't get it on the give and go, then it's just going to go, we'll go a 1 high, just cut off it and attack the basket. There we go. Yes, team on 3. 1, 2, 3. You're on top with Riley. Riley. You go across.
Who's going to get it?
It looks like Sievers is going to get it.
The freshman.
She is going to be the inbounder. She's going to make that flash cut to the hoop, take it all the way to the rim. It's the way they have drawn it up.
Each team in the bonus. To Walsh, to Sievers. Fumbled it. Brabeck. Back outside, still time with 5. Vi to the top to Hograve. Brabeck for the title. Overtime number 2 coming up next.
They got a good look at it. Even though there was all that confusion and bobbled the ball, they still got a shot off. It just came up a little bit short, but they got an opportunity to try to win it.
Wow. Well, relive the championship excitement. Share these moments with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your enemies. Just call them up. Visit iowapbs.org for the archives of championship games anytime. Well, these two are trying to join the 4 other champions who've been crowned. Johnston winning the Class 5A state title last night, as well as Mount Vernon in 3A. Xavier, a winner earlier today in Class 4A, and 2A was Hinton. And we're into overtime number 2 between Council Bluffs, St. Albert, going for their school's first ever state championship, and Newell-Fonda, who's trying to bring home their 5th state title and their first since 2021.
This is where you gather your teammates together and you say, all right, let's just take command of this overtime.
Newell-Fonda without the services of Kinsey Henders, who fouled out. Underwood gets the opening tip this time. St. Albert looks to go to work, build a 5-point lead, didn't score the rest of the overtime, now turns it over. Walsh out ahead. Here's Sievers to the rack. Too strong, and Coughlin with a rebound. Coughlin will run it ahead. Looks to attack. Wolf got her. The poke from behind by Vi.
A little racehorse basketball right there to start this overtime.
And these players, even though they play a lot of players, have to be a little bit exhausted here.
Yeah, they get the subs in, but normally they do it based on the 4 quarters of play, not the 2 extra periods that they're playing.
Brabeck for the lead. Now Underwood in backcourt. Did we say these 2 teams earned their way here? They're going to earn a championship,
They're going to earn
no doubt.
this title.
That shot off the mark. Brabeck with the board. And now caught up in backcourt as she dribbled it. No 5 count. Now by. And a travel going to be called against Newell-Fonda. There are some nerves now, folks.
You get into that second overtime and there are nerves. You start getting a little anxious. You start getting a little tight, and you make mistakes that you normally wouldn't make in a regular ball game.
So Maura Ryan will look to put it in play. And a timeout here by St. Albert. And a 30-second timeout here. Newell-Fonda with 1 timeout with that extra overtime now to keep that in mind. Each team in the bonus. So what are the Mustangs saying? Guess it's been switched to a full timeout.
All right. Now, again, defensively, make it tough, okay? Now, offensively here, okay? We're going to go a 1-game Josie, okay? For 1-game Josie. Now, you can use a double move, but if we get a cutter on that backside, it might open something up there, okay? So, maybe put yourself up just a little bit higher on your positioning here, okay? But defensively, get a stop, and then we're still in 12 to 9, okay? We're still in 12 to 9. Got that? All right. You guys want this? If you want this, it's about making a play, okay? It's making a play. Let's go do it. Here we go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
And that's exactly what it is. You want it, you got to go out and make the plays. And that's, again, you just huddle with your team and you say, take command. Let's take command somehow, some way. Make a play. Let's get a couple of buckets, get a little separation, and win this title. And I know both teams are feeling that right now. One of these teams needs to try to make command, and the student section is over there. They're trying to ride the wave for Council Bluffs St. Albert, which has been their team motto all season long.
Coughlin inside to Underwood. Kind of forced up the shot, deflected out. It'll stay with St. Albert. 25 here on the shot clock. So the Saints and Mustangs battling it out. Second overtime here in the 1A title game here on Iowa PBS. As Walsh gets the steal.
How big has Walsh played in this ball game and playing with 4 fouls?
Clutch, so clutch. And a steal by Ryan. Foot race to the basket. Sievers, Ryan, no basket. Coughlin tipped it out, picks up her own rebound. Now to Monahan, over to Ryan. Where the jump shot's not as pure here in the second overtime.
And everybody trying to jam it inside, and Underwood got shoved up the lane. The pass went right over the top of her head.
Laura, you got a feeling whoever gets his first field goal, it might come down to that.
It is just now, it's become a struggle here in this overtime as they try to figure out, try to find an opening. But you're right, nobody's shooting it from the outside. They're trying to get everything inside.
Only seen a couple of scores for each team in either overtime. None in this second overtime. Few turnovers.
Well, you're right. We're down to a minute 30 here in this overtime, and neither team has scored.
Holgrave went for it. Underwood said no.
Well, that length has really helped her out on the perimeter when they're getting ready to shoot. She's got the wingspan to be able to go out there and block shots.
Here's Underwood. Could not get the clean pass. Coughlin looks to attack. In the paint, the kick out. The 3 by Wise. Good!
Coughlin has initiated all night long, been able to set up her teammates.
Brabeck, the answer, nothing.
Now you got to get a stop here if you're Newell-Fonda.
And a foul in backcourt. Sievers on Ryan. She'll toe the line. A 53% free throw shooter.
Coughlin doing what she's done all night long, taking the ball into the middle of the lane, looking for somebody to kick it out to, and able to find Wise over there, wide open.
Her 4th triple of the night. It's all of her points from 3-point range. Ryan's first free throws of the evening. It's a two-possession game. Next free throw is good.
And you know they're going to try to drive in. They're going to try to get some contact and the traditional three-point play. So you have to be smart and not foul here on defense.
Sievers.
But they've got to score a little bit quicker than this.
Now to the freshman in the corner. Tries to get her shot. A step back. Wide of the mark. Walsh put back there. And Newell-Fonda will take a final timeout here. It's a two-point game, or three-point game, 61-58. Just a shade under 20 seconds to play. Let's go to the Mustang huddle.
12-9, need a steal, okay? We need a steal, okay? Now we get a steal, we're down 3, okay? We can get a quick layup, we can, no, get a 3, okay? We got to get a 3 here. Ready to shoot it, okay? Now I'm just going to tell you, okay? Go pass fake if they're coming out on you. You just got to settle in because you're open out there. They're leaving you open right now, okay? Now, got to get a steal first. If we don't get a steal right away, it's a code red, okay? It's a code red. Got it? So if they get a couple dribbles and just go get a code red. Deny that inbounds pass, okay? Here we go. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You got to move your feet. You got to just cover up everybody. Try to get that steal. And once you do, if you're able to get that steal, get yourself into position for a three-point shot. And that's exactly what they need. And if not, got to foul.
So St. Albert will inbound. As Molly Wise will look to throw it in. In a three-point game. See the time left. Bounces into Ryan off of her fingertips, and Newell-Fonda's got a chance.
No timeouts left, so what coach told them in the huddle at that last timeout, you've got to work it, get a three-pointer.
They get it into Brabeck. Guarded tightly by Coughlin. Have some time here, not much. Here's Holgrave, quickly covered up by Underwood.
Needs some dribble penetration and a kick out to a 3.
Now Sievers takes the shot and has it blocked by Monahan, and that's going to do it. Council Bluffs St. Albert is your 1A state champ.
Well, they rode the wave as far as they could ride it, and it got them to a state championship.
Their school's first ever in girls basketball. In fact, the city of Council Bluffs' first ever girls state basketball championship.
And boy, they had to fight to get it too. I mean, credit to Newell-Fonda, that they just kept coming back, and it was a back and forth game. You get into that overtime and that second overtime, and they got the big shot late in the overtime and made it stand up.
When Newell-Fonda gave it everything they could. What a championship.
We're starting to run out of time right here. Sievers gave the ball fake, got her out of position and hesitated, and they get the big block to secure the win. Right there, could have launched it, step back, and Monahan gets the block to seal the deal.
It's time now for the all-tournament team announcement.
Is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, and Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds. Joining him also are the members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Here is your Class 1A all-tournament team. From Newell-Fonda, Ellie Sievers. From St. Albert, Maura Ryan. From North Lynn, Molly Bogey. From Bishop Garrigan and Algona, Gracelyn Eastman. From Newell-Fonda, Kinsey Hinders. And your Class 1A All-Tournament Team Captain, from St. Albert, Ava Underwood.
Tournament team captain, and why not? 20 points, 24 rebounds, which sets a Class 1A state championship record and ties the overall rebounds in a single game by any player, any class. What an effort.
It was a little bit of a slow start for her, but then she finally got into a groove, and I think it really started in the third quarter when they got her the ball to start the second half. She got an easy look, got a bucket, and got her team on a roll.
16 of her 20 in the second half, and an overtime for Ava Underwood. It's a great all-tournament team. Kinsey Hinders, what an effort for Newell-Fonda, 22 points, 9 rebounds. Time now for the top producer award.
Presenting the award is Taylor Anderson of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. This year's top producer of the 1A championship game, from Newell-Fonda, Kinsey Hinders. Now, fans, please help us recognize your 2025 Class 1A runner-up, the Newell-Fonda Mustangs and head coach Dick Jungers. And in double overtime, let's hear it for your 2025 Class 1A champions, the St. Albert Saints and head coach Dick Weddingale.
There's the wave. And that's exactly what they've done all season long. They find a wave. They've ridden the wave to a state championship. It was a hard-fought game, double overtime, and they will be celebrating in Council Bluffs.
Laura, what a fantastic year of Iowa girls high school basketball we've witnessed all season long, culminating here in the state championships. And to cap it off, a double overtime decision goes to Council Bluffs St. Albert.
And what a great way to finish it off. It's been so exciting all week. What great talent we have here in the state of Iowa, showcased here at this wonderful tournament, and a fitting way to end this great week here at the Well.
Well, Paul, we're going to catch our breath and talk to you next year. Let's send it up to you right now.
Excellent work, BJ and Laura, all weekend. Great job. Hold on, I got to finish my book, St. Albert. And that is going to close the book on the 2025 season here from the tournament. Back-to-back in 5A with Johnston. Mount Vernon, great again. They won volleyball, now add basketball. Super send-off for Libby Fandel. Awesome finish there. Then he had the nail-biter with Hinton. And then our first double overtime game of our coverage in 12 years here on Iowa PBS. What a great finish. So thank you, everybody. It's been a whirlwind as always. This concludes it. Say it ain't so. We're done of 2 days of our state championship coverage here on Iowa PBS. 5 champions crowned after another great week here in Des Moines. Thank you and congratulations to all the players, coaches, families here. If you're watching in the state, you're rewatching this game, you've been awesome. Everybody in the truck has been fantastic. Thank you so much. Iowa PBS is your home for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Championships. Up next, we'll bring you soccer championships on June 7th from Ames. That's a new location. And as always, our coverage is free on your statewide network, Iowa PBS. Until then, as we part ways tonight, another tradition. This year's girls tournament sights and sounds set to music. It's one singular sensation. Good night, one final time from Des Moines.
Funding provided by
the Iowa Department of Health and Human Services encourages Iowans to talk to their doctor or healthcare provider about vaccines. Learn more at hhs.iowa.gov or ask your healthcare provider.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fairway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fairway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fairway.com.
Across Iowa, hundreds of neighborhood banks strive to serve their communities, provide jobs, and help local businesses. Iowa banks are proud to back the life you build. Learn more at iowabankers.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.